Hey Spuddies, PotatoMcWhiskey here, and today we're going to do a quick first impressions of the Maori in Gathering Storm. So let's take a look at them.
Kupe leads the Maori in Civilization 6 Gathering Storm. According to Maori legend, the navigator Kupe sailed from Hawaii to the undiscovered land that would become New Zealand, and remains a figure in many Maori myths still shared today. Kupe's leader ability is called Kupe's Voyage. The initial Maori units begin the game in the ocean and receive science and culture each turn before settling.
Wow, that's really interesting. I don't think we've ever had a civilization in a game that doesn't start in a viable settle location. And it looks kind of like they have a lot of movement, so even though you're starting in the ocean, you're going to be able to find a place to settle fairly quickly. Also, getting the extra science and culture from being unsettled is really interesting, because it means you're not going to suffer quite so much from being delayed by settling. And it kind of means you get to pick and choose where you settle. That's very interesting, because most civilizations start in the land and can't embark. So they're going to have... I think this is going to be a bonus where sometimes it's going to be really, really powerful and sometimes it's not going to do a whole lot for you. But I think in general, this has the potential to, at the very least, make it very interesting in a starting position. I do wonder, though, because they are going to suffer in terms of food and production. So I wonder if they have any bonuses to make up for that. So we'll go ahead and have a look.
Settle your first city. You receive a free builder and extra population.
Okay, so that exactly sort of makes up for what I was just saying there. So they get an extra population, which kind of covers the fact that they're going to be missing out on those first few turns of growth, and the extra builder can help set them off into a strong early game if they are what you call it. It's essentially a production bonus, right? They're going to start off with essentially a builder costs about 50 production in the early game. So they start off with something like an extra 16 food and an extra 50 production straight away in their cities. That's very cool. That kind of makes up for the whole fact that you start off in the ocean.
The palace also receives additional housing and amenities.
Okay, cool. I think the palace already gives you some housing and amenities. So I don't know how much that gives you. Probably somewhere in the region of like two housing and one amenities.
The Maori's unique building is the marae. This replaces the amphitheater in the theater square.
Whoa, where's all this yield coming from?
Provides culture and faith to all tiles in the city with a passable feature, such as floodplains, and
what?
Tourism after researching flight.
What? That's an amphitheater replacement? Holy crap! That's so strong. That's incredible. That's crazy strong. This civilization is downright bonkers. Oh my god. The Maori are incredible. This is, so far, I cannot wait to play them.
Maori's unique unit is the Toa. This classical era melee unit can construct a paw improvement on hills, which provides a defensive bonus and heals units if they end their turn on its tile.
Okay, wow, this could be really, really strong. It looks like it's... well, let me see. Could I see the stats there a second ago? So it actually looks like it might be a swordsman replacement, because the swordsman is 36 strength, I think, and this is 40 strength, so I'm pretty sure this is going to be a swordsman replacement. It's basically like a legion, because it can build a fort. I wonder if it'll be able to chop features, because that could be pretty strong too.
Units if they end their turn on its tile. Which provides a defensive bonus and heals units if they end their turn on its tile.
Oh wow, so this provides automatic healing? That's pretty powerful. These guys might be very strong for early game aggression.
Toa also have the Haka War Dance ability, which weakens adjacent enemy units.
Oh wow, okay, so technically these guys are 45 combat strength. Except for against archers that are one tile away. That's really powerful. Holy crap, this civ is blowing my mind right now.
Unique ability is mana. They start with sailing and shipbuilding and embark...
What? 2 free technologies? That's so much science. That's like, I'm pretty sure shipbuilding is like 50 science, and I'm pretty sure, Sailing is 50 science, and I'm pretty sure shipbuilding is like 80 science, maybe 100 science, maybe 120 science. I don't know. But that's like an extra 120 science to start with. So this civilization starts with 100 and something science, plus 3 housing and plus 1 amenity, plus 2 science and culture per turn, plus they start embarked, plus they get an extra population. And wait, what are these?
Units receive additional strength and movement. Woods and rainforests provide additional production, and fishing boats additional food. Fishing boats also acquire surrounding available tiles when completed.
How many bonuses can you pack into a single civilization? Holy crap! These guys look incredible.
The Maori, the world is your oyster, and you will thrive with its blessings.
The world, they improved an oyster.
Coastal location for your capital city, with plenty of woods, rainforests, and ocean resources.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. If you start off in the ocean and you go scouting, you could probably find like a really strong natural wonder to settle by, guaranteed, like on your first city. Damn. Okay, the Maori are kind of blowing my mind right now.
A series of Pa fortresses will be your key to a strong defense, allowing you to embark on the victory campaign of your choosing without fear of conquest from another civilization. Will your empire flourish with the bounty of land and sea?
Okay, the Maori are blowing my mind right now. Where is this screen? Yeah, this is the pose we wanted to have. Begin the game in an ocean tile. All right, that alone is just like a really unique thing. That's going to completely change how you play the Maori from turn 1. Like, it's just like, you don't even start with the option to settle. You start in the ocean. I wonder if there's going to be... I imagine there's going to be like a sort of divide in the community about whether or not you want to just try to find the first piece of land and settle to get all your bonuses rolling, or if you scout around for a good spot to settle. That's going to be interesting. The fact that they also get a free builder and a population, that pretty much makes up for the fact that you're going to be starting in the ocean and are going to have a couple of, at least a turn behind other people in terms of your city development. The plus 2 science and culture per turn is also going to help make up for that, because I'm pretty sure you don't start off with that much science and culture anyway. So getting extra is really nice, and getting plus 3 housing and plus 1 amenity on your palace is really, really powerful, because what it means is you can settle coastally, kind of, at least in your first city, and not suffer the penalties that you would normally suffer from settling coastally. So it's kind of like their capital has the Australia bonus, where they can settle coastally and not suffer too bad. Yeah, wow. I can't even really properly assess how these things are going to affect the game. It's going to really just change how you play, and it's going to mean that you are... like from turn 1, you're basically playing a different game, as far as I can tell. And then you have mana. Begin the game with sailing and shipbuilding. That's already incredibly powerful. So not only do they start off with all these other bonuses, they start off with a bunch of free science, essentially. And their embarked units are stronger and move faster. And I think the most interesting bonus here in the mana is the plus 1 production from unimproved woods and rainforest, becoming plus 2 woods conservation is unlocked. Does that mean it's actually better to not build lumber mills, and it's better to not chop rainforests for these guys? Yeah, I think this might be one of the few civilizations in the game where I don't actually chop stuff and don't put lumber mills down. Because here's the thing. Normally, lumber mills are plus 1 production, right? So the Maori essentially just have like lumber mills automatically built on every forest and rainforest, or every woods and rainforest tile from turn 1. And then when they get conservation, it becomes plus 2. That's incredible. When you consider that normally lumber mills only ever reach plus 2 production unless they're on a river, in which case they get plus 3 production. Basically, the second that you get conservation, every single wood tile in your empire is fully improved with a lumber mill for free, which is insane. Fishing boats provide plus 1 food, and you know what, this production bonus actually also makes up for the fact that you're going to be starting off in the ocean, because if you could settle near, for example, a grassland hill with woods on it, normally that would be 2 food, 2 production. As the Maori, that's going to be 2 food, 3 production, and if you throw a deer tile in there, that's going to be 2 food, 4 production, which I think is actually the strongest tile that you can have in the game as any civilization. The Maori are like super blowing my mind about how strong they're going to be. That's really, really... I'm struggling. Let's see here. There's some other stuff. Fishing boats provide plus 1 food and culture bomb. That's really nice because I think there was an example in the video where there was like a fish in a lake. So if you settle near a lake, you can always drop the fish and gain a bunch of tiles. So that's always nice. It's kind of a indirect culture bonus in the sense that it gives you what culture will give you, but it doesn't actually give you culture. So it's kind of an indirect culture reward. I don't know, but there's something here. Great writers cannot be earned. Really? Huh. Great writers are actually pretty strong, so I wonder if I think they have a really good bonus to make up for that, which is the Maori, though. Since this is a replacement for the amphitheater, it gives you +2 culture and faith on all city tiles with a passable feature. I'm pretty sure that includes stuff like floodplains, marshes, woods, and rainforest. So I think this might be like the don't chop your land civilization. Like, just do not chop. Do not chop anything. Leave it all there. Get the culture and faith. This is going to be, I think the Maori are going to be like one of the strongest culture civilizations in the game, if not instantaneously becoming the top tier culture civilization, purely due to the fact that they get culture and faith for free using their amphitheater. And that gives them a bunch of tourism. So if they're getting 2 tourism on a feature, does that include if you build woods later with conservation? Because if you build woods and then put a national park on it, you're getting lots of faith, you're getting lots of this civilization is bonkers. I don't even know what to say. These guys are insane. And then they get the Toa, which I'm pretty sure is a classical era melee replacement unit, which replaces the swordsman, I'm going to guess. And this just basically seems like a better legion, right? It has essentially the same combat strength. It has essentially the same bonus where it can build a fortress, except the fortress is better because it gives you defensive bonus and it heals you. And they have a -5 combat strength for any adjacent units. Again, this just looks like a better legion. This civilization is crazy right now. I think they're going to be extremely good for either a culture or a religion win. And they will still be, their bonuses will still be very applicable for any sort of military win as well. I think their weakest victory type will be science because they don't really have any direct bonuses, but I think they'll still have like a really strong science game, just due to the fact that they get lots of production and food and culture and faith, which are kind of things that you can use to support a scientific victory. So the Maori, I think these might be like the tier that like have instantaneously jumped to like the top tier civilization in the game just from their raw bonuses. I think the only thing that's really holding them back from maybe taking that position in my mind is the fact that they begin the game in an ocean tile, which can kind of be, I don't know, that feels like it's a little bit of a dice roll whether or not you'll be hindered or helped by it. It seems like they have enough bonuses to make it so that even if you get a fairly rough early game settle, like you're not finding a good spot, you'll still kind of do okay. But I think that's going to be how consistent the starting in an ocean is. That's going to be the thing that makes or breaks how good the Maori is for me, I think. But yeah, I actually really can't believe this civilization. Like this is how I'd like to see civilizations designed. They have a unique way of playing the game. That is, starting in the ocean. They have unique bonuses that make up for any downsides to playing the game in a unique way. They have lots of really interesting bonuses that change how you interact with the game systems. For this, you don't want to chop woods and forests, which are kind of coming in anyway in Gathering Storm, but they have reasons for you not to get rid of these things. And they also have a very navally geared way of playing as well, because they can immediately start just embarking and exploring the world with their units, and they do it faster than any other civilization. So this is how I'd like to see more civilizations designed with really, really unique playstyles. And I think that's the real strength of Civilization 6, is that I think the first few civilizations they've been doing have been pretty safe, in the sense that they don't want to make them too strong or too weird. Like if you look at a civilization like Rome, it's just like, okay, you get some pretty strong bonuses, but you don't really play the game differently. You look at a civilization like Brazil, you get some unique bonuses and you kind of have a unique interaction with rainforests, but you don't really play the game any differently. But if you look at a civilization like the Maori, you get lots of bonuses and you get lots of things that encourage you to play the game that no other civilization has a way to be encouraged to play the game. So I'm really excited to play the Maori. I think these are going to be like a tier 1 civilization. Absolutely. Let's just go through this again and see if we can find anything in the
According to Maori
in the
they discovered
gameplay that hasn't been reported on. There's the weather stuff, great people. Okay. There's turtles. I'm not seeing any new naval resources. There's stone. One thing I did see is that this rainforest is on grasslands, and I don't think I've ever seen rainforest on grasslands before, so that's kind of weird. There's truffles, stone. Yeah, I'm not really seeing anything that stands out as different from usual. Let's have a look around. Writing.
It provides culture and faith to all tiles in the city with a passable feature, such as floodplains.
So based on looking at this, it looks like rainforest, woods, and floodplains are all acceptable choices. What is this? What is this thing right here? I don't think we've seen this. Whatever this is, it looks... I don't think I've seen this wonder. I think that's a wonder. That doesn't look like a district. So I'm quite curious to see what this is.
Floodplains. And
do they ever hover over it?
It provides culture and faith to all tiles in the city with a passable feature, such as floodplains, and tourism after researching flight.
So there's the kilowatt. That looks like a new naval model. The ironclad industrial zone. Okay. I don't think we're really seeing anything new. The swirly here. That is just their civilization symbol. Standard stuff. Okay, I'm not seeing anything on this screen.
The Maori's unique unit.
Sahara Albeida. I think this is a new natural wonder. I don't think we've seen this before. Also, I really love the I love the this kind of reminds me of Moana a little bit.
Is the Toa. This class unit can construct a paw improvement on hills, which provides a defensive bonus and heals units if they
I love their music too. It's fantastic. These are barbarians. Okay, are we seeing anything? This looks... I think this might be dams. Yeah, these look like they might be dams. A dam district for damming up rivers in the buttress.
On its tile. Toa also have the Haka war dance ability.
I love the look of their unique improvement, the Pa.
The Maori's unique ability is mana. Woods and rainforests provide additional production, and fishing boats...
Okay, I'm not seeing anything new here.
Fishing boats also acquire surrounding available tiles when completed. As the Maori, the world is
your
oyster, and you will thrive with...
Did we see anything as the camera panned there?
As the Maori, the world is your oyster, and you will...
There's no yields, but this could be something. There's like a mountain in the ocean there.
Thrive with its blessings. Use your first turns to scout for a prime
There's coffee,
for your
tobacco, Galapagos.
Woods, rainforests, and ocean resources.
There was a volcano there.
Will be your key to a strong defense, allowing you to embark on the victory campaign of your choosing.
Greece looks like it has a different color.
From another civilization. Will your empire flourish?
Okay, so I think that's all the information we're going to glean from this video. I am very, very excited to play the Maori. They look incredibly powerful. Where's the screen? Like, god damn. I think Firaxis should be really proud of themselves for coming up with this kind of a civilization. I think this is going to really change how you experience the game from the Maori's perspective, and I think it's going to make the game really interesting to play. I'm really excited to play the Maori. All of these bonuses excite me. I think I'm okay with them not getting great riders just because they get so much tourism naturally from features. So that's kind of cool. God damn. I love that they are I love that they're taking these guys in a really interesting direction. Yeah. I think this is honestly, Of all the civilizations that I've ever done a first look or first impression on, this is the civilization that has me the most excited to play them ever, because they just look so cool. I think they've really done the Maori justice in making them unique to play, making their style, their bonuses feel really, really impactful and unique. I don't know what else to say. This looks incredibly powerful. These are all the sorts of bonuses that I want in a civilization. A unique unit that comes early in the game that's really powerful. A unique way of interacting with the culture game. A unique way of interacting with the settling game. And a unique way of interacting with the actual terrain of the map. Like, this is just everything about this civilization looks like it's going to be a ton of fun to play. Goddamn, Firaxis have knocked it out of the park with this civilization. Alright, that's going to be it from me. I want to thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you guys are enjoying this little bit of a first look series. Please remember all the jazz like subscribing and commenting and all that stuff. I love you all very much, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.